Fire commentary number 68. We have black screen, so this has to be Halo. I'll guarantee. See, I knew it. Oh shit, more Halo. Fucking ass, man. So anyway, at least I get to do this guy's name right. For Fire commentary number 68, 15charactersMax has sent more Halo. And the funny thing is, this is the second video he sent. The first video he sent, I didn't know how to talk about his name. Because obviously, you know, people like to stylize their name and shit like that. So his real name is I5charactersMax. If you look at it, there's an I. But obviously somebody must have 1-5, meaning 15charactersMax was already taken. So he decided to stylize that shit and he made it an I5. So he's 15charactersMax with an I. But at least I get that motherfucker right. But I like the name I. I like I5. That shit sounds pretty cool. It sounds like high five. But instead they get I5. Whatever the fuck, man. Holy shit. Damn. Talk about ragdoll physics. He got his ass launched up in this bitch. Man. Like I said, I don't play in these games. I don't play in my videos. I'm doing these in order now. So I get, it seems like every time I get Halo, I get a number of Halo videos. So obviously I got 2 in a row. I don't know what the next one could be. For all I know, the next one could be another Halo. What the fuck got you there? All I know is the next one could be a Halo video, but I'm kind of scared to open it. I'll be very honest with you, because I know who sent me the next video for Fire commentary number 69. He sent me some weird shit in the past, so I'm kind of scared to open that motherfucker, because who knows what I received in that bullshit, man. So anyway, we got some more Halo, and I see we're still playing on some blocky-ass graphic maps. I know people still gonna be bitching. They be like, man, you fucking still hating on Halo? Look, I don't hate on Halo. I tell you that all the time. I really don't hate on Halo. I just don't play the motherfucker. I'm just telling you from what I see. The graphics here are blocky. That's it. That's all I'm saying. The trees may look nice, but if you look at the actual surrounding settings, and I think you just got the shit sniped out of you, but if you look at the actual settings and you look at the graphics, they're blocky. That's all I can tell you. The buildings are blocky looking. They're simple graphics. That's all. Not hating. Just telling you what the fuck I see. And why are people cheering when you hit that motherfucker? What the hell? I know the whole strategy with the grenades and shit like that. I gotta tell you, man, this would drive me insane. I've seen enough Halo games. I know enough about Halo. What the fuck? I know enough about Halo to know, man, you gotta use these goddamn grenades. The grenades are like the ultimate way of killing people up in this motherfucker. But man, I just can't do that shit, man. I really can't. I couldn't play like that. We have to throw a grenade to make sure you beat a motherfucker up, man. So, oh, fuck, 11.5 minutes? I just noticed that shit. Oh, man. You know, the Halo videos I've received have all been pretty fucking quick. I think they've all been like 7 to 8 minutes. But man, I thought this was gonna be a quick one. Shit. 11.5 minutes of this motherfucker? Oh, God. People are gonna be saying, you Halo hating motherfucker. I don't hate it. I'll tell you that shit right now, man. I don't hate this shit. I really don't. It's not my game. That's all I can tell you. Now, notice, you take a shitload of bullets to kill people. Now, is this that headshot mode only? I remember Paulie, the very first Halo video that somebody sent me was Paulie, my good buddy Paulie. I think it was headshot only, right? It was. Is there a mode like that where you gotta only do headshots? I'm noticing this shit. You put a shitload of bullets into a motherfucker's ass and they do not die. But yet you hit them with a headshot and actually they're dead. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is headshot mode only. I could be wrong. I'm sure I probably am wrong, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people that tell me different. Did that motherfucker just have confetti come out his ass? Did I see that right? Did he just have like a shitload of confetti come out of him? What the fuck? So in the future you have confetti come out your ass? Oh man, fuck. 11.5 minutes. I don't even know what the fuck to talk about, man. I run out of shit to talk about. Ooh, you got sniped. I run out of shit to talk about, man. I ranted about Halo. I said Master Chief is a pussy. I've said that shit plenty of times. Man, look at this fucking spawn. So I'm kind of out of shit to say about Halo, man. You know what we can talk about? We can talk about Halo 4. Because obviously, Halo 4 is coming out. Obviously, it was it announced this year? Was it announced last year? I know Halo 4 is coming out. It's going to be done by a whole new studio. Bungie's not doing Halo 4. It's been given to 343 Studios, I believe is the name of them. So they're going to be doing the next motherfucker, and hopefully they don't milk this shit, but I can tell you right now, just the thought of hearing Halo 4 sounds like they're going to milk the motherfucker out for every single dime it's worth. And you know what? We know that's going to happen. Every single series is going to have some shit like that. But basically, it's just a big money grabber. If I'm not mistaken, the end of Halo 3, Master Chief gets sent off into space or whatever the fuck, right? So basically, they leave it open to interpretation. They leave it open that we could restart this motherfucker. They know. They weren't stupid, man. They weren't going to kill Master Chief off. They knew they were going to leave this shit to the point where it could be like, you know what? If I feel like, look at that shit. Confetti. Confetti came right out that motherfucker's ass. But they left it open where they said, you know what, if we want to restart this motherfucker, we'll bring this motherfucker back. So that's why they left it off where we're going to send Master Chief's ass out into space and shit like that. If we want to bring this sumbitch back, we'll bring him back, man. But you know, that's the thing with these games now, man. Even games and movies, they set these shits up to be like different kinds of trilogies. Y'all notice that shit, man? There's like what I like to call True trilogies. True trilogies. That shit is hard as fuck to say if you're trying to say that shit real quick. True trilogies. Motherfucker, that shit is like a tongue twister. You know, a game like Mass Effect. Mass Effect knew from the beginning we're gonna have 3 goddamn games up in this motherfucker. We're gonna have part 1, part 2, part 3, and we'll see if they milk that shit out for part 4. But part 3's coming out in January, so we'll see the end of that shit. That was a true trilogy. Then you have a movie like Lord of the Rings, although they're doing that goddamn prequel. But you knew from Lord of the Rings, from 1, 2, and 3, there was gonna be a start, there was gonna be a middle, there was gonna be a finish. Those are what I call true trilogies. That's it. They don't add anything to the end. They're gonna add something to the beginning, which I'm not too fucking happy about. But they at least add shit up to the end of this motherfucker. Then you have what I like to call the semi-trilogies. These are the ones, they leave it open to interpretation, like God of War. You know, when you have like a good starting game or a good starting movie, you're like, you know what? Let me leave the end of this motherfucker open. So just in case I want to bring this shit back, I can bring it back. So you look at God of War, first one could have been its own complete game, but they left the ending open to say, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna leave this shit open just in case I want to restart this motherfucker. Another one was the original Star Wars. Remember the original Star Wars? We're talking back in the 70s and shit like that. The movie ended fine. Star Wars 1 ended. They didn't even have the whole A New Hope subtitle on that motherfucker. It was basically Star Wars. They shot Darth Vader off into space, but again, they leave it open where if it's successful, they're gonna bring back part 2, part 3, and whatever the fuck other parts they want to bring off. So those are what I call semi-trilogies. You know what I mean? It's sort of like when you break up with a girlfriend, but you want to stay friends in case you want some ass. That's the best way I can describe it. You know what I mean? You're like, listen, this shit ain't working, or they tell you this shit ain't working. It's like, listen, can we still stay friends? Because that way, in case I get horny, I can at least call you up and get a booty call. At least a drunken booty call. You know what I mean? That's what those movies did to us. They were basically drunken booty calls. So if anybody ever asks you, tell them God of War and the original Star Wars was a drunken booty call waiting to happen. That's the best damn analogy I ever made up in this motherfucker. Anyway, then we have the ones that are just absolute money grabbers. The ones that had a perfectly fine ending to a game. They didn't even have an opening to a sequel. They didn't have any kind of opening. And a great example of that one is BioShock. BioShock 1 ended perfectly. Perfectly. There was no reason to make BioShock 2 other than to make some motherfucking money. They had no reason to make another goddamn game. So what do? They go out and they make another game. And they have to come up with a completely new story. Another one was Matrix. Oh, Lord, don't get me started on The Matrix. First of all, I think it's one of the most overrated movies in the history, but that's not a thing about Matrix. This is about Halo. So like I was saying, Matrix puts out a great movie. I don't want to even say great. They put out an average movie that has some really cool shit in the motherfucker. But in the end, what they wanted to do was they said, you know what, this was really fucking popular. Let's bring back another story. They didn't have to bring back another story. It was fine. They did it pretty decently. But of course, they wanted to leave that shit open because they were like, you know what, fuck it. In case it really sets off, we could pick off for somewhere. But listen, they did all that shit in The Matrix. They didn't need to do all that goddamn crap. It could have finished with The Matrix 1, and we didn't need to have all the stupid ass movies that follow that motherfucker afterwards. So that's why we didn't need all that shit. Then you get the never-ending trilogies. Fucking Resident Evil. Both the games and the movies. Fucking bullshit. It's not even a trilogy. You know, the games is just, we're not going to put an end to this motherfucker. We're just going to milk this shit for as many goddamn movies and games as possible. And that's exactly what Resident Evil did. They said, fuck it, man. We ain't even going to worry about 3 parts. They made like, what, 5 movies already? 6 movies? They made like 10 fucking games. I don't even know what number they're up to. But man, they just keep milking the shit out of that, man. That is some serious bullshit. They want to say, oh, this is a trilogy. It's a no, they ain't no trilogy sequel in these goddamn shits. You're just milking the shit out of the Resident Evil franchise. That's all they're doing. They ain't no goddamn storyline left. It's just, let's just not leave an ending to this motherfucker so we can keep making more money off of this shit. And then you get games and movies that have absolutely nothing to do with trilogies. Like Uncharted. Uncharted on the PlayStation 3, you can have 10, 15, 20 different Uncharted. That shit ain't gonna ever, man. Look at this shit, man. Still, I'm telling you, man, this must be headshot mode, because I know you're nailing that motherfucker. I know you're hitting him in his goddamn head. But you know, you can have like 10 or 15 different Uncharted games and shit. Because it doesn't matter. The first ones, they really don't fucking connect to each other. And the same with, what's that movie? Oh, Indiana Jones, man. Oh, God. You know, Indiana Jones ended off with the Last Crusade. But then they started up again with the fucking Kingdom of the Crystal Skull or whatever the fuck it was. You know, in Indiana Jones, there was no ending. The stories didn't even equal. They were like 3 separate movies on their own. Then they said, hey, let's capitalize on this shit. So you know what? They should have never named that shit Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Because you know what it is? They were 3 completely different movies. They had nothing related to each other than the main character and shit like that. And of course, the fourth one, they brought everyone back. Hey, and all that stupid shit, man. So we'll see what happens with Halo 4 after all that fucking rant that I did. You see? That's a pretty good way to kill 11.5 minutes. No, but I don't know what they're going to do with Halo 4. I mean, think about it. What are they going to do? They can't do a prequel. Because if I'm not mistaken, Halo Reach was the prequel, right? That was where they took over the planet and shit like that. If you're going to bring the motherfucker back, it's obviously going to be a brand new story. So Halo 4 could literally start its own trilogy. You could start Halo 4, 5, and 6, and Master Chief could be off on another excursion, another expedition, whatever the fuck he needs to do. Fight a whole new brand of aliens. It don't fucking matter. He could just do some kicking ass in another fucking world, in another planet, and that's how the goddamn the game could go. So, you know, they milked the shit out of it. We all know they milked the shit out that motherfucker. So I feel sorry for the Halo fans. I really do, because they're basically taking all your damn money, trying to make some extra cash because they're going to put the name Halo on something and then put the number 4 on the motherfucker. Listen, man, they should have just ended it at 3. Let it go. Let it be a normal trilogy up in this motherfucker. Don't do what they're doing in Resident Evil. Do not do that stupid shit. Don't do what they're going to be doing in Uncharted, where they're going to make like 10 fucking movies in a row where they have no goddamn relation whatsoever to each other. You know, just let it be. But no, you know what? It's always money. We all know that. It's all about the money. And did you just grenade yourself off of your teammate? Because if that's so, that is a fucking fail and a half.
1 minute remaining.
So I see this video's coming to an end. Thankfully. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get any more Halo videos. Hopefully not. Hopefully people haven't sent me more Halo. I'm actually tired of doing this shit. But anyway, did you lose? Your team lost 75-71? Damn. So people even sending me losing games on Halo. Anyway, we got a black screen. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I'll see you guys in the next Hip Hop commentary video.